Hi everybody. Today I'm going to talk about how to layer and shade with colored pencils and how much difference that can make in your art. So the first thing is, and maybe I've talked to you about this before in my composition video, but you really want to get whatever you're drawing laid out on the page, sketching lightly. So again, you don't hold like you're going to draw. You back up your fingers on the pencil some and be lighter with your pencil because it's really easy to erase. Because I want to make sure that everything fits where I want it to before I start going in with colored pencil or darker stuff. So I've got some colored pencils here. Any kind of colored pencils is fine. And the first thing I'm going to do is work with an orange colored pencil because I'm making these a fox. Sorry, I gotta sharpen a little bit. And this is what most people would typically do, is just take orange and work orange in for the fox. And I'm gonna think about fur direction. So the fur on the back of the fox's neck kind of goes this way, and then it'll start going down. So a lot of people will use colored pencils this way, where they're pretty much coloring in. And just filling the fox in with the color. So I'll show you a picture of this finished. So now I have my fox filled in with orange, and this is where a lot of people would stop. They would color it in with the orange and they would say it's a fox, it's orange, it's colored in, it's done. But what I want to do is add other colors to create more depth. So I'm going to choose some other oranges, lighter and darker, to try to create more depth in the fox. And I'm going to look for places in the fox where I see some more golden orange. And I'm going to fill it in. And there is even some golden spots that peek kind of through the darker orange fur. So I'm going to start filling in golden spots. I'm also going to look for places that are darker, where I can put in a darker orange. And this starts to kind of create shadows and highlights in the fox. And this is going to give you a lot more depth. Now, this applies to anything you're drawing. Trees, people's faces, like anything that you're trying to draw that's somewhat realistic. So you're going to end up with 3 or 4 different oranges on different places in this fox. So I'm going to go ahead and do the magic of TV and finish adding the lights and darks, and then I'll show it to you. So here's the fox after I've worked on him a little bit more, and now I have 3 different oranges incorporated. The original orange, that lighter kind of golden orange, and then a darker orange, which is starting to create a lot more depth in the fox, both the foxes. Now I'm going to go in with brown and black to work in like the darkest shadows and the eyes and the noses and kind of shadows underneath the fox. The more I keep layering lights and darks and all different colors, I'm going to get a lot more depth. So I'll go ahead and start working with these. I'll work this some more and then I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. So here's a more finished drawing, and obviously you can work on it I don't know how long I worked on this one, maybe half an hour, 45 minutes or so. I could work it a lot longer to get even more detail, but you can start to get the idea of how having all those different oranges and then the browns and the blacks can create so much more depth than we had in the original drawing where I just colored it in orange. So if you're just using your colored pencils just to fill something in, almost like color it in like a coloring sheet, you can get so much more realistic if you do it this way. Now, just to encourage you, the first couple times you do this, it might not go well, and that's totally normal. Artists put in a lot of practice to be able to do stuff like this. So definitely try it like 10 to 20 drawings before you're going to start to get the hang of it where you feel good about it. So don't be too hard on yourselves. Have fun.